Hey, it's Spence from WP Launch Club with my latest plugin, Content Time Lock. This year I've been releasing a series of utility plugins that are very inexpensive and only have to be purchased one time per year for unlimited use because they add to the things you need in a modern membership site. Content Time Lock solves a very simple but common problem. You have a membership site where you have lots of legacy content. When somebody joins, you want to give them access to a little bit of the content before their join date, but not all of it. The idea is for a drip website or a continuity website, you want to give somebody enough information from this date forward, but not allow them to basically do a hit and run job on you. Now, this does this in a simple and elegant way, which is a common feature in more complex or heavyweight plugins that cost a lot more money. My idea for this year is to take these key features that people need and make them standalone utility plugins so you can use them as you wish. Best of all, this works with basically any language website. It works with all types of content. And as I'll show you, it has three ways of working. So you can do it globally, you can do it per post with a checkbox, or you can even throw a short code in, whichever way is easier for you. It also has the ability to customize the message and also to be used on, as I mentioned, all types of content, whether it's protected by other things or not. So one example is you could be using WP Fusion in your CRM to protect certain content, but you're saying, look, even though you can access all of my content, I'm only going to give you access to things for a certain number of days before you've joined. Here's how it works. I've got a blog post here, and this is one I've called Content Time Lock. I just have some stuff in here that is the content. You can use either the classic or the Gutenberg editor. Obviously, the Gutenberg editor is my preference. Now, what I've done is on this post, I've enabled Content Time Lock simply by checking a checkbox. If I had not done that, then whatever other kind of tools I'm using, including WP Fusion or something to protect the content, would still apply. Content Time Lock enables me to give a how many days before this person has registered variation on this. So when I enable this, I'm able to protect the content versus showing it. Let's disable it. And we can see for the date of this post, which was essentially published on April 1st, the content would normally be visible. When I enable the protection, and you can see here, I've published this actually on March 27th. Today is April 6th, which is 7 days difference. I have some default message that says, look, you registered on April 1st. This content protection is set to start right now, 1 day before. It was published on March 27th, so you can't view it. Now, this is more for instructional purposes and also for your setup to allow you to understand what's applying. But we've put into this plugin the ability to customize that message to something that makes more sense. When you go over to the admin dashboard, under Settings, Content Time Lock, you can choose the global, how many days before join date are you allowing somebody to see this content. So for example, let's say the content was published on January 5th, and you said you want to give them 1 day before. If they join on January 6th, they'll still be able to see the content. If they joined on January 7th, 2 days later, they would not. Also, you can change the logged in message for people who are logged in as members to your site, but otherwise are to be prevented from seeing lots of legacy stuff, and also a message for the logged out users. Normally, this would give you just enough information to know that you have to click to join. These are HTML compatible, so what I would recommend is you can put a custom message in, as well as a link to the product somebody could buy to become a member. You must be a member to see this content. Or on the other hand, you might say something like, you cannot see this content with your current membership. Upgrade to see legacy content. And of course, this could become a link just by using the WYSIWYG tools. I'll just put a placeholder in. If we change this, and we also let's change the date of 2 days, that will change the output on the front end. So let's go ahead for this logged in user and see the default message has now changed to this. Now the neat thing about this is you can apply it either all on the entire post using this option, or you can do it selectively with a short code. There may be some instances, for example, where you're using pre-made templates and otherwise, you just want to apply it by either a template tag with the shortcode, or you might want to just put it in place. The shortcode itself is just the simple syntax of content underscore time lock. So if you did it by the shortcode method, you can place this anywhere in the content time lock, and that would apply the same thing. You don't need to worry if you have both of them enabled, but you don't need both of them at the same time. And finally, I put into this plugin the option to do it globally. Maybe you wish to just have all of your content protected by the same relative time limit. You can join my site, but you're not going to be allowed to see things more than maybe 7 days before you joined. I think in most cases, people are going to do this selectively because the idea is use one of your other membership tools like tags and custom fields to limit access, and use this plugin just to kind of tweak the settings a bit and solve that very common pain point. This plugin is going to be offered likely for $19 over at wplaunchclub.com. In addition to the LaunchFlows plugin and the other plugins that I represent, I feel that these utility plugins are more representative of how WordPress should work going forward, like my Coupon Magic, Upsell Magic, Instant Download Bundle, and so forth. $19 gets you access to a simple utility plugin with full code so you can tweak it as you wish, although of course it works out of the box and is translatable. These are things you can use on an unlimited number of websites for yourself or your clients, so the cost structure is very modest, but they also complement the existing powerful features that are brought in the normal stack that I talk about all the time. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love for you to check this out. This will be available in the Launch Club store later today. It's April 6th when I'm making this video. This is Spence. I'll see you in the next video.